Yo, it's the Ring Review. I'm one of your hosts. I'm Mizzion Smith, and this is...
Of course, this is The Rich, and I'm better than you, and you know it. And you know why now. Show them the award, man. Show them the award.
There it is. So, listen, check it. Look, today is called Collector's Talk with the Ring Review, and it's only because we have a special guest in the building. Are y'all ready?
Big one.
Let me bring this guy in.
Big one. Come on now.
If you don't know him, now you know him. It's the GWC. The greatest wrestling collection. Here we go.
There it is. Keeping it pimping. Keeping it pimping.
Down with the Underground South.
Absolutely.
It's GWC greatest wrestling collection. We're changing lanes to wrestling nostalgia intersection. Hey, home of the GWC Museum, over 160,000 items.
He got bars too.
Folks. How you feeling out there, brother?
Come on,
we
man.
Feeling great, brother. We feeling great, and we are so glad to have you on the Ring Review. Man, you are in a spot, and for those who don't know, you are in the GWC Museum right now.
Come on, man. That's one of Detroit's finest, man. We got the Motown Museum.
God bless you. God bless you, Butterball Biscuits. You know what? We're turned up from the ground to the ceiling. That's how we're feeling, and we only know how to keep it official, like
Come on now.
Slaughter's whistle. Maybe
Come on now.
A little Sergeant Slaughter.
Ooh,
yes, sir.
Ooh,
come on.
Hey, yeah, clap that. Hey, salute that up, man. Hey, listen, I'm glad you brought that in because let me tell you something. Hogan, as you can see right here, I brought in a little sauce too. You're not gonna be the only collector today, but
yeah,
no,
we be out here collecting too.
But listen,
Mission's down to Mission, baby, and I love it.
Yeah, no, but you know what? We just want to play real big respects to you for what you do over there at the museum and all the stuff you've been collecting. So we want to get started with asking you a question. What was the first piece of collectible that you collected? What was the very first piece?
I mean, all right, that's a great question, first and foremost, and I appreciate the love and respect, and I love rocking with you guys out there.
We love rocking with you, brother.
Collected strong, 30-plus years out here, folks. And as a young buck, it was strange to keep wrestling figures in packages, right? Because you think about it, you want to play with your Hasbros or your LJNs and have them beat up your He-Man and your G.I. Joes and shit and get everybody rocking. But at the end of the day, I was keeping stuff in packages. Now, first piece to me that always comes to my mind, if we're talking about ring worn would be this is a random one. It's a random one. Ricky the Dragon Steamboat's laces to boots. He was wrestling an indie show here about 28, 30 years ago, and he's switching out some laces. It meant a lot to me. Some with that item. But you know what? I gotta grab something real quick.
All right, now here we go. Hey, y'all never know what he's gonna bring to the camera because I'm telling you, this guy has tons and tons.
As you can see in the background, man, everything that your childhood came up with, he already got it collected.
What we got? What we got? Okay.
So now, this was in the macho section, and it dawned on me when you asked that question, and I didn't have it with me. I had to run over to the Legends League now. You think about your favorite wrestlers of all time. Mine's always been Macho Man Randy Savage.
Oh, yeah.
The best inside the ring, outside the ring. Had it all. Had it all from the looks to the mic work to the in-ring skills. But
cream of the crop.
I first met Macho Man. I was wearing this hat once upon a time.
My goodness.
No fear. Now, I don't mind about putting that out there. Hey, I got the government in there. That shows you what time period. It's 1990.
Okay, now.
He still got the sweat marks from back in the day. Look at that.
Look at that.
Come on. Now, people, that is exactly right, my brother. People ask me, out of all your items, what's your favorite? And I always think about something, fellas, and I come back to this item. I mean, there's items that are the wrestling collecting game right now is out of control. There's items that are six figures. I mean, these are pieces of history. They're one of one. You're never going to see it or get it again, you know?
Right.
But to me, this one holds the most sentimental. It's most sentimental to me. It's first time I met him, it was at a 7-Eleven in Taylor, Michigan. Fellas, I get to the front of the line and I passed out.
Wow.
Wow.
Hey, listen.
Hey, did he give you a Slim Jim? Did he snap you a Slim Jim? He was at the 7-Eleven. He should
Hey, there it is.
I like that call. You know what he did, bro? That was cool as shit. He was just not giving out. He was just signing black and white 8x10s. He kind of keeping the line moving.
Right.
You know, which was fine. This was you're meeting Macho Man, for Christ's sake. So when I got to the front and I come to, and he's got his mouth like this. He's talking to my pop. Is the kid all right? He's doing the mouth, and I'm all right. You know, I was just in the mouth. He didn't realize how much of a fan, how much it was through my blood.
It's everything.
He took my hat off my head and he signed this right off my head and put it back on. So he didn't give me a Slim Jim, but hey, from him taking the hat off and putting it back on. You remember the old commercials with Bret Hart? He's in the hallway and he turns, the kid goes,
absolutely.
Bret! And he walks down that long hallway, puts the glasses on that kid. I had one of those moments.
That was really you. No, that was really you.
That was my moment. That was me. That was my moment, and it stemmed into something I've always been passionate about. But you know, with all the figures and wild items and belts and specifically the ring worn items, the past 20 years, I've been going so heavy with, and just chasing them down in the wild. I love the hunt of it. Really, you know?
And we love the stories because the stories kind of tell you just what it's like to be a wrestling fan, right? To have those experiences, man. And right here in front of me, I'm gonna bring up an experience because we all love this brother, man. Godfather, man. As you can see, I got a few things with the Godfather right here. He signed this for me. He signed the Pocket Shango for me. But he's a great guy. He does great things just for the industry and just for us who love him very much. So, man, shout out to the Godfather. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to you.
Hats off to Bear out there. One love to the guy.
Hey, I was cooking it up with y'all earlier this morning, man. We saw you going live with him and everything. He was looking swole, man. I had to do 10 push-ups just to watch the screen.
Big B's making us all look bad out there because I thought Big Bear big slow because I mean he's looking like the Kama Supreme Fighting Machine.
You know what?
Right? No, he's getting me Kama vibes now again, bro.
Yeah, what's crazy about it is we keep on saying, "Are you gonna jump in?" He said, "No, I'm done with that, bro. Hey, if it ain't fun, I'm not getting in that ring." So, but he does look great, man. He looks great.
Now, G-Dub, I got a question for you, okay? Now, as you see over here, we be collecting. We starting our collection up too. You know what I'm saying? Look. Me and Mish went to that SummerSlam, of course, in the D. Had to get the SummerSlam D chain. Had to get the WrestleMania Philly chain. You know what I mean? Shout out to the good folks, and they was definitely showing us brotherly love out there. Okay, you know what I'm saying? And then of course we get money out here, so of course we had to get the Black Billionaire Championship and the $1 Million Championship with the $1 Million Man cosign. But beside all that, right? That's us starting our little collection, right?
I love it.
What event did you go to? That what was the first event collectible that you got that was meaningful to you? I went to the SummerSlam in Detroit with Mitch. That was our first thing that we went to together, and I collected a chain. So what was your first collectible that you got from an event?
I love that question, bro. I love your guys' passion for how you guys are rocking and rolling with your collection out there. There's one thing I always say about the collections in the collected world out there, folks. First of all, you gotta have love for everybody. You gotta have love for. It doesn't matter what people are rocking with. I love rocking with everybody out there. You know what I'm saying? Nobody's collection is. It ain't a standards thing. What I love sharing this with the world. You know what I mean? I think people get it twisted like it's a fishing contest out there. And at the end of the day, it's the farthest thing from it when you see how people are passionate. I mean, look at us. It brings people together.
Yes.
who knows? Wouldn't have been crossing paths. Or you brought up Godfather. Bear is such. I mean, we're family. He's the godfather to one of my kids. That's full circle out there.
Yeah, definitely.
That's as full circle as it gets when you think about
That's
that.
a good dude to have.
Well, speaking of that, man, because speaking of that, I do want to share this. You know, I got this title right here, right?
Yes.
And Godfather signed it. Mark Henry signed it, and Ron Simmons signed it. So. We working. We gonna get D'Lo, and we gonna try to get Dwayne Johnson.
We gonna
gonna try to get Dwayne Johnson, but
you know what? I like that. You gotta go for.
Hold on, G-Dub, because every time this get brought up, I gotta go. Where's the camera at? Check this out, Dwayne. This is the Rich speaking to you right now, the Black billionaire champion. Okay, you're a billionaire. I'm a billionaire. You black. I'm black. This is the blackest championship belt in all of pro wrestling. I'm gonna need you to co-sign it right now. I'll see you at the board meeting, sir. All right, back to our enormous thing.
You heard that out there, Rock. Get your shit together for the days of the
Come on, man.
Absolutely.
Come on, man. G-Dub said it.
So that swings me into the next question, because we really want to get into this with you. Because, you know, to be a collector, you also got to be a fan. That means you know wrestling, right? So we're going to get into a little bit of history of wrestling. So let me ask you this. If you could give me, and it could be, you know, any generation, if you can give me your top three, who would it be?
The big three.
Hey, listen, you're gonna hit me with the question that's like saying, "Hey, G-Dub, pick your favorite kid, would you?" But you know what? I'm gonna be honest with you. It is a tough question. It's a hard question. I'm gonna go right off the bat. If we're going all era, any era.
Yep, absolutely.
I'm going Macho Man Randy Savage.
Come on, man.
I'm going Undertaker.
I mean, greatest big man.
Hey, if you didn't say it, you might have been resting in peace. But
now my third one goes tough, because I'll be honest with you. I'm not saying this because I'm a brother Hulkamania. I rock with Hulkamania and I rock with the Hulkster. I'm not saying anything about. I'm just going to leave it at this. He made wrestling to what it was, love it or not, inside, outside the ring. I was a Hulkamaniac for life. He did the wrestling what no one could have ever had done at the time. He put it on the map when WrestleMania 1 was a go in, go all. Vinnie Mac put it all on the line.
Fact.
He had it on his shoulders.
That's a fact.
You know what? I agree with you. And
Hulk.
Yeah, no, I agree with you.
Gotta be.
Hey, that's nice.
That's one of the biggest mega stars of all time.
I'm glad you said that about Hogan, because Hogan, you know what I'm saying, me and WrestleMania are exactly the same age. We're 40 years old, right? I just turned 40. And Hulk Hogan was really that first wrestler that made wrestling for me. But I'm going to jump into it and say, and he made the Winged It title famous, right? Without Hogan, this title wouldn't be famous at all. So I'm going to go into my three.
Hey, don't forget about he had us doing our push-ups, saying our prayers, and taking our vitamins.
Yeah, no, but so I'm gonna go with my three. Here's my three, and listen, my three are based on everything. It's based on the ability in the ring and how they told stories and just who they were on that mic, because that mic skill is everything. For me, my top three are, and this is gonna go this way. My top three are Stone Cold Steve Austin is number one. Okay, Stone. I mean, he made beating up your boss famous, right?
Come on, man.
You could beat up your boss and get away with it. So Stone Cold's definitely number one. Number two really is Shawn Michaels. Okay, Mr. WrestleMania for me. Because every time there was something new to wrestling for WWE. Of course, everything they say new has probably already happened, but the ladder match, the Elimination Chamber, the Hell in a Cell, Shawn Michaels is the name you remember for all those things. And then number three, I gotta agree with you. He's like the Michael Jordan of wrestling. Hulk Hogan. Hulk Hogan is number three. I mean, it's just what it is. Just, hey, the Python's the Python, man. So, you know.
Well,
hey, there it is.
But since we throwing out the three, you know what I mean, I've had the range and time and everything, and I do, like I said, Hogan definitely had me going off. Warrior had me working out. You know what I mean, and of course the $1 Million Man. definitely have, like, that's my favorite all-time heel. But if you're gonna have to just give me a 3 that changed it all for me, first I gotta go with the Heartbreak Kid. You know what I mean? Number 1, Heartbreak Kid, Shawn Michaels, because it's just at the end of the day, you know, in-ring, sales, promos, the feel, and then ultimately the swag, man. I got the, you know what I mean? I always appreciate a player. He had the girls. He's a sexy boy. Don't touch the merchandise. You know what I'm saying?
Hey.
So then you got Shawn as number 1. You know what I mean? Number 2 though. And like I said, that's because that's who I fell in love. But number 2, really, it flip-flop based on the day. But number 2, actually, he's number 1 because we got to get him to sign the belt. Let me flip that again. Number 1, of course, is The Rock, Dwayne Johnson. He, you know what I mean? Just bring it, right? You know, he definitely actually really the real number 1.
Hey. Nobody's gonna say boost the asses unless you think about The Rock for real.
So you know what I mean? Actually, I'm switching that over. Shawn is number 2, but then The Rock actually number 1 because at the end of the day, he made light skinned brothers cool for a little bit.
He absolutely did.
He was one of the best and biggest black champions going off, and the best promo cutter, the best dress. And again, he started a pop wrestling era. It was cool to watch wrestling like in real life. For everybody when The Rock was on top.
But also, too, let's just fast forward to now. He's the final boss. And even that story, he's really the final boss. Like, in real life.
You know what I mean? The other black billionaire champion in real life. But then number 3, of course, you know what I'm saying, to me, number 3, as time goes on, when it really boils down to it, you got to give it to the GOAT, man, the Nature Boy, Ric Flair. Woo! You know what I mean? The kiss stealing, wheeling, dealing, limousine riding, jet flying.
Hey,
son of a gun.
Hey, no.
And he really about that life too.
And he really about that life. Now, interestingly enough, when we met Ric Flair, we were actually.
He was serving bud to us, man. Yeah. He was slanging dope.
We met him at a dispensary, and he was a real cool guy. And I'll tell you this. Rather it's young Ric Flair, old Ric Flair, whatever you want to call it, it's Ric Flair. He gonna be the Nature Boy till he check up out of here.
Only man to kick out of death 3 times, man.
Grim Reaper was in the figure 4. You're right on that one.
He's put Grim Reaper in the figure 4. He's not tapping. He's not tapping out. He kicked out of death about 3 times.
You ain't lying, bro. People always ask me the question of favorite wrestlers, and they always say your Mount Rushmore is 4, and I always add 5, and I always have in there Flair. Flair's always on my Rushmore, so there's my 4. And then Bret Hart is Bret.
And that's where I was really struggling.
You know what? You can't go into your top 5, top 10 without mentioning Bret the Hitman Hart.
You can't go past 5 without mentioning Bret Hart.
But here's the reason why.
And I won't respect your list.
Here's the reason why. It's not even just his ring ability. It was his ability to put people over.
Come on, man.
Because if you
do people.
Right. In the way you look at Bret Hart, you got to look at matches like WrestleMania 13, right? With Stone Cold Steve Austin. The Crimson Mask match.
Mission.
Come on, man.
Match. You know, I'm blessed to call Bret one of my brothers out there. We flown lots of planes in the fast lane. We shoot the shit. We keep it casual, whether or not we're on the road or here in Michigan or whatever's going down. But I'll tell you what, when you ask him or he brings up his favorite, you got to think about this cat. Wrestled 40 years. You know,
all over the world.
Match he done wrestled. He brings up to him is always Stone Cold Steve Austin is his favorite match in his.
It's really beautiful.
And by far, it's one of my favorite programs that was ever ran.
One of the best blood feuds, the prototypical best blood feud. Actually, you know, in view of last night, we were watching All In with AEW. And they had the Hangman Page and Swerve Strickland. And I think that's today's modern day Stone Cold and Bret Hart. Because Bret Hart and Stone Cold was the best blood feud of the 90s to me.
That was very... Last night was aggressive.
Oh man, was
It's
it ever?
2024, so it hit different.
The syringe in the mouth just hit a little different. You know what I'm
No,
saying?
no, it hit a little different in 2024. Like if we would have saw that,
Niggas would have fainted
if
at
we
their
would have
house,
saw that
bro.
Mankind time, we would have been like, okay, we understand. But last night I was like, what we doing here? But
Yeah,
it
what's
was,
going down with this, bro? What? Hello. Godfather, what's up, Bear? I'm live right now with the ring review. You know my Motor City brothers. We're
Come
live.
on, Uncle Bear.
Bears, he said appreciate y'all flying the planes in the fast lane with him over in Cleveland.
oh yeah, for sure. Hey, and we tell him we hear he's coming to Michigan, so we'll pull up on him.
Hey, smoking a fatty with the pimp daddy.
He said he brought me a plane in the fast lane while we maintain it. He's ready to rock with you guys. Monroe, Michigan, this Thursday, IWR. This weekend, Monroe Comic-Con. Friday and Saturday, September 13th and 14th. Y'all be ready.
Yes, be ready. Be there.
Oh, they're going to be. I'm going to let them know. All right. He said planes in the fast lane while we maintain all aboard the smoke train. Let's go.
Let's go.
Choo, choo.
Come on out there.
Let's go.
Don't forget the hose.
Hey, you know what, Bear? I'll say something about Bear. I'm gonna give him a shout out, not just his family, not just because he's an OG in the squared circle, legend. Any gimmick that he rocked it well and did the best with that gimmick. But you know what? Of the years with me on the road with them, doing these shows, and I see all the people. They're grown now. They're adults. They're in their 40s, and telling them how Papa Shango scared the shit out of them as a kid. What did you do to Warrior and all this? Or you talk to them, and people say, "Man, you gave me so much swag. I see you out there as Godfather. You boosted my energy out there, making me feel good out there."
Yeah, absolutely.
Godfather's comments. Let me rephrase that. Godfather's conversations with people that come to the table. It's not a wham bam, thank you, man. Pay those taxes to Uncle Sam. Here's your auto, and I'll check you later. He's going to sit there. He have a one-on-one with you, but you're really going to be able to shoot the shit because he'll get deep with you. And I really love the connection with Godfather, with Bear and his fans. Seeing it throughout the years.
He's a special guy.
He's
a very special guy.
Let me say this, because I'm going to double down on that, man. When we got the chance to sit down and just talk with him, you know, your childhood changed a little bit because, you know, get to kicking it and those stories come out and you go, oh, boy. But at the same time, he's giving you nuggets, man, and he's really looking out for you, and he's really telling you how to better yourself. So, yeah, shout out to the Godfather, man. Shout out to the Godfather.
Yeah, I was just saying, like, yeah, definitely. He should definitely be documented, man. The stories that he has, the bump the stories, just his philosophy on life and his whole way of thinking and everything, and just all the things. Like I said, I can't say enough for the Godfather, what he's done for us as a podcast, as well as what he's done for us as a person and everything, man. God bless him, man. Big salutes, bro.
Big one up out there. That's a One Love situation station, folks. And it's wild. When I was talking full circle earlier, hey, I'm going to double back off the double back. Hey,
okay.
Let me double back off that double back.
All right, let's go. Let's
get it.
But, I'm going to tell you guys something. I do some multiple businesses and some things that I rock with, but one of them is in the city of Detroit. I rehab properties and I bring them back. And it's something that comes full circle. It's nostalgia. I like seeing before and after process of things. I love it. This house that I'm in, the GWC Museum, is the house I grew up in. This house was on the demo list. They were tearing it down 4 years ago. It was abandoned for 11 years. We hadn't lived here in 2 decades. But you know how houses in the hood go. For them to tear them down, they have to be fucked up. They have to be beyond gone. I mean, this house took. I said it was a haunted looking house, but I said, oh my God, it came on my list. I said, that's where I grew up. I got to save this house. And that's why I chose this house for the last couple of years to be in the museum. I mean, I got guys over here like Brett or Jake the Snake or Mick Foley or Godfather, whoever it might be, Tatanka Sarge, whoever, Rhino, whoever's over here rocking with me. And I say, hey, I watched you guys right on that wood TV in that corner in the Legends League.
Absolutely.
And full circle to where it's at now. It's just I feel like it's my duty to share this with everybody in the world.
That's a true blessing, man. Thank God you know.
I want to rock it with you guys.
You know what? Speaking full circle, and then you just dropped the name. I do want to shout out Rhino because we just got the chance to interview Rhino. Actually, not only did I, but my 7-year-old son, who is half of the Family Faction Wrestling Podcast, youngest award-winning podcaster there, man. Let's give it up for Houston Genius. Man, and for him, you know, full circle, or like you said, it was your childhood home. For me, raising my son in this business, and he loves this business so much, and he told me to give you a shout out as well. But it's just great to like rehab or raise or just bring it together. You know, everything you love together. You know what I'm saying? The fact that I can do it with my family, with my son, and the fact that it's what we love together, it's the same thing as what you've done with that home to make it the museum. Man, it's all love.
Hey, real quick, G-Dub, stay on Hangman Page good side, bro. he be playing with people home, childhood homes, bro. Stay on Hangman Page good side.
You gotta stay on his good side over there. That's big. Hey, that's some of the wild. I love the storylines when they get twisted and they get real wild and stuff like that. They're pushing the envelope over there a little bit, and I'm not mad at it.
No, but here's the thing.
What?
Go ahead.
Talk about it. What's happening? No,
I was just gonna say in regards to what you're saying, like even not just that match, the Nightingale match, right? Willow, right?
Yeah.
Willow and Statlander, yeah.
Those women took it to a whole nother level. I almost was like, man, I need to take a break after this match because it was nuts.
A lot of they put a lot into those pay-per-views.
It was nuts. I was like, this.
Dude, we're talking AEW, and that brings up a conversation in my mind that comes up. People tune in and ask me questions like this all the time, and it blows my mind that there's people. I mean, it is what it is. People can rock how they want to rock. More power to you. I got love for you. Any way you want to rock out there. But here's what I'm going to say about that. People say, you like AEW? Or you like WWE? Folks, I don't like it. I love it. I love wrestling.
There it is.
It's pro wrestling.
I love IWR. I love GCW. I love. It doesn't matter what it is. I love it all because I love wrestling. But at the end of the day, wrestling fans.
So
wrestling fans are kind of hard to.
So I love that answer. I love that answer. And you know, I'm gonna just put it out there. We're gonna give you an invite to come over to the promotion we work with, CCW, City Championship Wrestling. I definitely want you to come over. So we gonna make that happen. But I love wrestling too. It's about wrestling, you know. And then also, all these guys are going back and forth from one company to another anyway. So I mean, if you like Daniel Bryanson, you like Brian Day. You know what I'm saying? So it's
What's wrong with having more or different creative? You go to different.
That's what I'm saying. I drink Coke and Pepsi. How about that? I drink Coke and Pepsi. I drink Mountain Dew and Sprite. You know what I'm saying? I like them brown and I like them light. So I gotta watch them both. You know what I'm saying? Like
yeah, no, absolutely. Absolutely. So
I got my Joseph Antonio Guerrero braids. That's one of the promising wrestlers out of City Championship Wrestling.
Did he actually wear that? Because I know what that is.
So, folks, I have something next to me that
come on now.
Make me think about a question that you asked. The question was this. What piece of item? What do you have in the museum or that you own that was match related? That was history related that you were at? And when you think about it,
he circled around.
I was at WrestleMania 3. This isn't WrestleMania 3 because this is a WCW show.
Okay.
Now, I was at WrestleMania 3. Rest in peace to Gramps. I was a young buck.
Yeah.
Now, that's what really got me super tied into wrestling beyond anything. Being a part of that 93,000, 94,000 at Pontiac Silverdome. But you fast forward.
There it is.
To 1994.
Yeah.
Okay? We're at Halloween Havoc here at Joe Louis Arena.
Oh boy, there it is.
This is Hulk Hogan versus Ric Flair at Joe Louis Arena, 1994.
Wow.
Ring worn Hogan out there, folks. And you know how I acquired this, which is the wildest thing. The story behind this is even wilder than the item itself.
All right, let's hear it.
Let me see if I can do this. Let me see. Look, I'm wrapping it around the cup. There we go. Sarge, you're going to get There we go, Sarge. I got to do it to you, but that's how we're rocking and rolling. If you remember Muhammad Ali was rocking and rolling
Yeah.
like this. Reffing, he was out at ringside doing what he did. Mr. T came out with Hogan. I got this shirt from Mr. T.
Oh,
So
wow.
that is, hey, shout out to the A-Team. Shout out to Mr.
Yes.
T.
Come on, bro.
I pity
Yes.
the fool that ain't down with Mr. T.
I pity the fool.
No, hey.
I pity the fool. Mr. Tough.
You know what item you missing from right there?
Talk about it, please.
The bloody flag from WrestleMania 7. If you just had the bloody flag from WrestleMania.
Hey, God bless America. That was a wild one, was it not?
Yes.
Now, let me ask you two something since we're talking history.
Oh.
I got some of Ultimate Warrior's knee pads here.
Wow. There it is.
Ultimate Warrior ring worn.
Can you
About
tell
the
us?
history behind these.
Can you tell us the story behind those? Because that looks familiar.
You know what? I'm going to tell you something out there. Is Ultimate Warrior. Rest in peace to the Warrior.
Yes,
Big
rest in
James.
peace to the Warrior.
He was a passionate guy. He's passionate about the sport. He's passionate about his beliefs out there. And what I will say is one word is misunderstood is how I feel about Warrior.
Okay.
And I'll leave it at that, man. I'll leave it at that. But it's a shame. It's a shame that we got to see some of the true people got to see some of the true Warrior side right towards the end of his life, unfortunately, you know.
Yeah.
And but one thing is for sure, in the ring, he brought that intensity, that energy that was never matched. It was never. I mean, maybe there's a lot of energy going around the 80s, early 90s WWF golden era. But I will say it was never topped. Ultimate Warrior can get to the ring in 0.2 seconds, and he's already running laps around the ring and shaking the ropes before the music's already 6 seconds into his dun, dun, dun.
Well,
You know what I mean?
So let me say this though, which is really interesting, that you got Hogan and Warrior next to each other, and
Yes.
Warrior was the only person that was believable to beat Hogan in the 90s for me.
Yep.
Because that match at WrestleMania 6 was everything.
That was everything.
The double title over his head is it's history. And Warrior definitely deserved.
And then he changed the belts up.
Yeah, he definitely. Man, the way he changed that heavyweight title, man, the light blue, the purple, everything. The white. He actually had a white one before Shawn Michaels.
Before HBK out there now.
Yeah.
I
gotta get the white boy. You gotta get the white boy out. I'm still about to get that IC belt. That's one of the cleanest white belts.
Here we go,
folks. Let's get out. Hey, I mean. It's close to Halloween. The original makeup used by Papa Shango out there.
Oh, come on, man!
Hey,
this is some of the OG makeup when he was in his feud with Warrior. Since we were talking Ultimate Warrior out there.
Hey, look, he also was. Listen, I love Godfather before Kid. He was definitely the first one to ruin a childhood when he did what he did to the Warrior, bro.
Yeah, when he did what he did to the Warrior, we was through. I was going through it. I told him that too to his face.
Everyone didn't know what was happening when the black ooze was dripping.
Come on, man! I told him to his face, bro. You had to relax. You had me messed up until next Saturday, bro.
And you ain't even lying out there. I just realized for a minute I had the Bob Ross going. I'm telling about the ooze and I'm painting the ooze down my face. Sometimes you get into it, folks. You know what I'm talking about.
Hey, man, it was definitely craziness to see somebody take the Ultimate Warrior down a peg, right? Because you like, this man is invincible. He beat Hulk Hogan, so there's no way he ended the career of Macho Man in WrestleMania 7. I mean, like, there's no way this guy was gonna lose to this guy. But Papa Shango, wow.
You ain't lying out there, folks. This to me, this means a lot to me history wise. Okay, I want to slide this over because this deserves more of a front row. I mean, don't get me wrong. Obviously, we got Sarge and Hogan and Ultimate Warrior.
Don't let the makeup roll.
Shango, we're getting it's a beautiful thing out here.
It's awesome.
This right here, okay, folks. This is my oldest item in the GWC museum. I had this out. I was just doing I was just doing a little special. We shot something on this. You guys, stay tuned. You're going to see it out there. But this is The
Yeah,
oldest item in the GWC
we'll definitely
museum.
share it when it comes out.
And you guys are getting the exclusive out there because I haven't. You're going to see these on TV. You're going to see these on the big network. You're going to see these pop up out there. But you guys are getting an exclusive look at the 1937. You heard that right, 1937. Wow. These are worn by Jim Mitchell, the original Black Panther.
Oh wow!
African American wrestler that was. This is out of Portland Wrestling. 1937, wow. And he wrestled. He wore these into the 40s as well, But I'm going to tell you something. When you talk about old nostalgia and you talk about history, it's just something to me.
Crazy.
Something about that to me. It means a lot.
Wait, what's his name again?
His Jim Mitchell. Now he's the original Black Panther. Before Black Panther was out in the comic books and all that shit, this was the Black Panther. That's what he went by.
Okay.
And this was
Jim Mitchell.
This was Portland territory, 1937.
The first black wrestler.
Yes, sir.
Oh man,
yes,
that's crazy. Man, thank you for sharing that with us.
Wow, no, I'm blown away. I never.
God bless you, boys. He wore these against the original Gorgeous George in the 40s, 1942 territory. But yeah, the original, when he first broke these in, no pun intended, was, I say broke in because look at him. Look at these things. He broke them in, did he not? When you tell folks, any of you collectors out there, if you got boots of wrestlers and you look at the toes of the boots and the toes are worn like either Putskis or Machos, the toes are worn down. That's because they were in the pinning position. Toes down pinning you so much, like this. You would never think about that. But you know they're pinning you, so toes down, and that's why the toes of the boots are so beat up. It's pretty wild.
I got it. Yeah, man, that's wild.
That Butterball Biscuit's seen better days, and I love it.
Wow, the original Black Panther.
So no, we want to thank you for sharing that with us, giving us that exclusive. I mean,
now I gotta go do a research paper on now I got something to go. I got something to write up on.
So that brings us to a part in our show that is really, really going to be dope for everybody that's watching, because we want to thank you for just definitely being here and showing us love. So GWC is going to give y'all an exclusive look at the museum. He's gonna take us on a little stroll here. And
are y'all ready to take a trip down Nostalgia Boulevard, population us out there?
Come on, man.
I mean, we can take a trip. I mean, it's the GWC Museum for a reason. They do call it. Mick Foley said it's floor to the ceiling. That's how we're feeling for a reason over here because, well, I'll let you guys be the judge of that. We're going to take a little trip. We're going to take a little trip to give you a little behind the scenes look.
Let's see what we're doing, guys.
All right, folks. Now, if you didn't know, then now you know we're in the VIP lounge where it all goes down. We're really about to be rocking and rolling. Uh-oh. Come on.
Oh, shoot.
Oh, yeah.
Gave us some music.
Let's go. Look at this.
Wow. We're going. Now we're getting into the game room, and it gets a little wild when you get over here to the game room, but stay tuned, buckle up.
Oh, wow. Here we go.
Oh, my goodness, bro. This is amazing. This collection right here is insane. Wow, that's a good picture.
Hey, there's that
We're tickling tassels. Put your hands out, folks. Ring-worn warrior.
Oh, there it is.
Wow, okay. Actual tassels, whoa.
The Intercontinental title.
Oh, man. The yellow one. Oh,
there's a real American
Hulk
in the
Hogan
building.
Ward, 1989 Royal Rumble.
Look at that heavyweight championship.
There it is. Wow.
If y'all don't know, that's that real American right there.
That's that new Hogan beer. Oh, the Macho Man. Original robe. Come on, bro.
The last time he wore this was in Tokyo.
Wow.
There it is. It's hard. I'm trying to see it in the camera, folks, but we're rocking. Put those hands out. Let's tickle tassels. Let's transfer a little energy. Come on, boys.
There it is. You need
Be
that
a
energy.
man.
Hey, oh, yeah.
Be a Man by Macho Man.
Oh, if you didn't know, then now you know. It's maintaining the fast lane.
Oh, there it is.
Hey.
This is Raw 25 Ring Ward.
Look at that.
He rocked that during Raw. This was his debut hat. I just put this out because I'm wearing his hat. This was his debut Ring Ward hat.
Oh, wow. There it is.
That's the first one?
That's pimping ain't easy.
That's it. That was it right there.
Okay. Hey, everybody's got a price.
Everybody's. There's my guy. There's my guy right there.
Original trunks back there. Now we get through.
The Road Warriors.
Oh, you see the Dusty toy? Look at Dusty.
Oh man, Hall of Famer Dusty Rhodes.
Damn, that's some piece animal.
It's a hard glare. There's
R.I.P. animal.
Dusty's ring-worn trucks.
Oh wow.
That's Dusty's trucks back there. I don't bring these on. Hey, rest in peace to Owen Hart out there.
Owen Hart.
Yes.
Hey, here's our guy.
Let's go, baby.
Oh yeah, there it is, comma.
Look at all his toys he got. He said he about to get 5 more, right?
5 more. This is just, upstairs there's about 40 or 50,000 items. There was figures upstairs. It's all packed up in the
Oh, the Cactus Jack.
There it is.
Got a little. Have a nice day.
Hey man, we checking out some great stuff here. Thank you so much for this look into history. If you guys don't know, this is history right here.
This is a real museum, man. I don't know why you're not booked. I don't know why you're not booked by more schools, man. You should be cleaning up in the schools, man. School year starting. This should be the field trip of the year. There he is. There's our homeboy right there.
Shout out to Rhino.
Hold on real quick. And this is my favorite match of all time, though, boys. My favorite match of all time: Macho King Randy Savage versus Ricky the Dragon Steamboat.
There it is.
WrestleMania 3.
Yeah, great match.
That was a beautiful match.
Here's some history. This is, since rest in peace, Sensational Sherry. This was her ring-worn coat that when she got inducted into the Hall of Fame.
Hey, speaking of Sherry, man, the way she went down and beat down on Macho Man in WrestleMania 7. And then it was nuts.
Was it not?
You got Mean Gene? Oh, man.
Oh, man. Howard Finkel.
Come on, bro.
Greatest announcer. More Rhino.
Maybe we're going. Hey, do you remember? Hey, you guys remember Kim Chi rocking?
Oh, yeah. Absolutely.
Wow, you be digging deep, bro.
Yeah, that's one. That's one for the books right there, for sure.
This is crazy.
There it is, WrestleMania 7.
He was also Steve Lombardi, a.k.a. Brooklyn Brawler.
Okay, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Oh, wait a second. Who was your guys' favorite during the Attitude Era? Hey, make some noise for Pac out there.
Let's go, man.
Let's go. Hey, nothing like that Bronco Buster, huh? Nothing like that.
Talk about it, huh?
Okay, there it is. I love it. Jimmy Hart.
Jimmy Hart wore this here at the Silver Dome, WrestleMania 3.
Hey, so shout out.
That would be a ring worn item of the first wrestling event I went to. I was talking about it earlier. I didn't even think about that.
There it is.
Shout out to Jimmy Hart. In our local promotion, that's who I pay tribute to in my look. So shout out to Jimmy Hart for sure.
I like that. Hey, I got one, fellas, that's pretty wild. I want to share with you guys. This is a pretty wild piece. Okay, I'm going to bring it over here so I can try to stand it up. First and foremost, shout out to the Hasbros.
Oh, there it is. Look at that.
Man.
The Hasbros, bro. That is crazy.
I always got a tape running in the VCR, but here we go.
You got to have his tape, too. Got to have the VCR tape.
Folks, yes, sir. All right, this is Roddy Piper ring-worn shirt.
Wow.
Roddy Piper, the rowdy one.
Gets even wilder. That's Roddy Piper's harmonica he used to play.
Wow.
Come on, man.
No, that's not funky. I got this from his
wife. How'd you get that?
Yeah, how did you get that one?
Wife.
Oh, okay.
What? Come on, bro. This dude is the Flex King, dog. you be in the gym a lot because you the Flex King, bro.
Stories on top of stories.
We could get wild with the boys now. Oh, I love it. Ivan Putski, the Polish Hammer. This chair's from the Spectrum, where everybody, all the champions, rock and roll. Look at the boots on these. Look at the wear.
Mm-hmm.
Come on.
Yeah, no, absolutely. We definitely wanted to give them a view and a look into the museum. But we're gonna go to the one question I've got to ask you since you're standing in the space.
What's happening?
This is the question. Tell wrestling fans and people who are becoming wrestling fans where they can see you in the next couple of days.
Y'all ready for this? All right. Tune in. Turn up. We're rocking and rolling. IWR Insane Wrestling Revolution. We'll be rocking and rolling Thursday down in Monroe, Michigan. Come on, holler at us. That is September 13th and 14th, Monroe Comic-Con. We're going to be keeping it official like Sergeant Slaughter's whistle. And be ready. About Halloween time, you're going to be able to come in, rock and roll with all this to the public. GWC on the River is opening up. And that's going to be open to all you guys. Hey, you guys got VIP over there. We'll get Flair and Robe on here, get you guys styling and profile, all right?
Woo! Okay, listen, look, I want to say this. I want to say this to you. This right here is history. The fact that we are sitting here with the greatest wrestling collection, people,
in the world.
In the world, okay? And here at the Ring Review, we just want to let you know that be ready because we got a special gift coming for you.
We got a new
There's only
collectible
one
coming.
other person that has received this award, and that is the Godfather. So the second one is coming to you, and we want to say thank you.
Always for one love.
Ric Flair, baby.
Hey. Oh, yeah. Hey, I'm going to tell you, I got the upper realms under construction because it's everything, like I said, we're getting ready to change locations. But upstairs is even more wilder. But hey, we'll get into that another day. But what I want to say is I enjoyed rocking with you guys. I enjoyed taking a trip down wrestling, Nostalgia Boulevard. Let me see if I can go sit down because I'm getting a little wild turning up.
I know, man. You seeing all that every day, bro. I'll be turned up too. Plus, you got that Zaza in you.
You know, but hey, you know what, fellas? It's always a one love situation station. I love rocking with you guys out there. It's nothing but good vibes, and we got to keep the Triple C. That's cool, calm, and collected. We got to stay in that right direction.
Absolutely.
My God. And now, one thing. Here you go, G-Dub. For everybody who's wanting to learn about your journey, people who may be tuning in that don't know, your legendary status, man, could you please let the fans and listeners know how they can contact you and follow you and get with all your stuff, all your social medias?
One love, folks. I appreciate that. You come on, tune in and turn up. I still keep it old school. I rock with Facebook. And we come out through, we do lots of lives over there. I run through the museum. Instagram, Greatest Wrestling Collection, GWC. Only the verified accounts. Hey, you already know how we roll. You got to stay positive like the other side of a battery terminal out there. Positivity is contagious. The good vibes are just the same.
Bars.
One love.
Bars.
Come on, holla.
Yes,
sir. Yes, sir.
Absolutely.
Man.
So I want to say this. We want to say thank you for coming.
Yes, sir.
We're going to talk to you very soon. We're going to definitely have you back. But we're going to see you in a couple of days as well. I'm Mizzion Smith. You guys know how to follow me. I'm Mizzion Smith everywhere. Tell them how to follow you.
Of course, man. This is The Rich. Make sure you follow me on The Enrichment on Instagram as well as Richard Jackson on Facebook. And make sure you are following The Ring Review on Facebook. We got to get those group numbers up, y'all. Make sure you're following The Ring Review on Instagram. And if you got kiddies that's into pro wrestling and they want to take a field trip to go to, GWC's collection spot, make sure they listening in to the Family Faction, the award-winning Family Faction, the best dual podcast with the youngest podcast award-winning winner of all time right now, currently, Houston Genius, baby.
We want to thank you. This has been Collectors Talk, and hey, this is The Ring Review. We out of here.
Appreciate you, G.